Hey, good day, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Red Dirt Bass Bros. I'm Jason, alongside with
Dom.
and we're here to discuss the our fishing session from yesterday. We were going to bring the GoPros with us, but due to the fact that the winds were blowing like 100 miles an hour, we decided not to bring them because y'all probably wouldn't hear us very well, and all y'all would hear
Probably
us
just a lot of cussing.
That too. Especially on my end because I had a horrible day out there yesterday. I struggled not because of the kayak was being like unstable. Which, by the way, I hope y'all enjoyed that kayak video from earlier this week. It seems like we're getting a lot of views on it, so that's good to know. But other than that, it wasn't because of the kayak. It was just the wind. To me, wind and fishing is bad luck, in my honest opinion. I know some of y'all may disagree on that, but it's just my personal opinion. So when it comes to winds like sustained at 20 and they gust up to 40, not a good combination for me. So anyway,
especially on a kayak.
Okay,
regardless of what type of kayak it is.
Yes, I mean you could probably have the best kayak in the world, and it's gonna blow you around everywhere. And the thing was, we weren't even in a main lake. We're in a creek. Local creek around our area, and it's still. I mean, I think it was worse out there because it was like, basically like channeling
through,
kind of like the water hose effect. You know how you stick your thumb on the end of the water hose and it squirts faster? Yeah, same effect. So anyway, since we didn't bring the cameras, we're gonna hear and talk about our fish that we caught yesterday. So, how many did I catch? One. How many did you catch?
I caught 3. Not a great day, but I did end up catching a 3-pounder. The other 2 were just small little dings, less than a pound. But
show it right here. So
the 3-pounder was really
that was the highlight of the day.
That was the highlight of the day. That made it. That was worth the effort and soreness that I feel this morning from paddling against the wind so much today. So.
And what did you catch on?
I caught that one on just a regular old Cinco worm. I don't even know what kind it is. I actually just happened to find this one at the lake somewhere at one time, and I just threw it in my tackle box because it was in good condition. Wacky rigged it, threw it up against, it was like a ledge. Kind of over there by a dam, a ledge. I threw it on top of the ledge of the rock and just kind of pulled it off of the ledge and just let it sink. As it fell, I felt a little hit, and so I gave it a little tug, and I started reeling a little bit, and it just felt like I was hung up on something, like on grass or a little log or something like that, and I felt a little bit of something pulling, and I was thinking to myself, well, I think I've got something. And I started reeling it in. Really, it wasn't really fighting that much. And then all of a sudden, when it got closer to me, that's when it started fighting. And that's when I knew. I personally thought I might have had my PB for there for a while, but it was only a 3-pounder. So it was my PB is 6. So hopefully I can break that record sometime this year.
That could happen. You never know. So.
Hopefully.
But on the other hand, let's see. My little dinger was right just under 12 inches. I was in a spot in the creek where we were trying to catch a big one. I seen a big one swimming around in there, and I was just throwing my baits in front of it, and then I seen a couple of smaller ones falling around, and I was like, I'm just going to throw it, see what happens. And then I finally see one that's interested in it, and then I was standing up when I caught it too. So, and what I caught it on was this little thing here called the Guggen Squad Trench Hog. It's like a lizard-like looking bait. So I've had pretty good luck with these so far. Earlier in the year, last month when we were at the Central Texas Lakes, up in the North Central Texas Lakes, that's where I caught all my bass at with these. So, but yeah, that's what I caught it on. So, and it did put up a good fight for being a little 12-incher. I mean, just under a 12-incher. It wasn't big enough for me to register it for that kayak tournament that I'm doing, that month-to-month thing that I'm doing. So I was like, oh, hell. Well, I'll just throw this one back. And I kept trying to get that big one and never could get that big one to follow it. But Later in the day, towards the end, I was by myself and I seen two big ones follow this bait, and I was like, oh, they're gonna get it, and they just weren't interested in it as like I thought they were, and then they just took off, never saw them again. So I just gave up, started paddling, and then my day just went to downhill after that. I mean, my rods fell in the water, 3 of them did, and they started messing up. So I had to pull out of the competition for the rest of the day because they started acting up. So, but I fixed them; they're good to go.
How'd you have it rigged up?
Well, I had it rigged up Texas rig style. You know, I had what do they call those weights? Tungsten weights on the head end of it right here, and then just jigged it along the bottom. So other than that, I mean, that's really my main way of fishing them like that. So, but I also have a little secret way of fishing my soft plastics as well too. But it's a little more effort to do because what you have to do to the baits itself. So anyway.
So the other ones I caught one. It was a little dinker, nothing really, that little thing. But it's all right. You know what? Fish are like boobies. Even the small ones are fun to play with.
That's true.
So, but that one I caught, good old Slim Shake. This one right here, as a matter of fact. Hooked it, I guess Texas rig, but weightless. I didn't put a weight on it. Just the hook and the weight of the bait itself. Surprisingly, it actually casts pretty good. I got some pretty good distance out of it. That's what I was kind of afraid of. I usually use them, weighted Texas rig, but I decided, well, let me try it without the weight. Give it that when it hits the water, it gives that natural fall into the water. Just makes it look more natural instead of just hitting the water and just sinking. And I think that really helped out a lot. I did get a lot of good hits on it, but probably small ones, and I think they were just hitting the tail end of it and not the actual front of it. But it was probably my maybe 4th or 5th cast of the day. It was first thing in the morning. I threw it out there and just let it sink. And I felt a hit. And I started just giving a little twitch down at the bottom. It was where we were fishing at. There was a lot of, what was it, grass, seaweed, whatever it's called.
Real shallow as well too.
Shallow. And I was just letting it hit the top of the grass and just letting it bounce on top. And then I just felt a good hit. I thought it was a little bit bigger than that, but as you can tell, it's just, less than a pound. But like I said, it was still a lot of fun.
Hey, fun for you, not for me.
The other one I caught,
there it is.
that one was towards more the end of the day. The good old Saucy Swimmers. What color is this? Green Pumpkin Pearl. Of course, they got the
Of course, the common thing here with these baits, they got a green color to it. So that seems like that's what they're going for right now, especially during the spawning season. So anyway.
But that one was just rigged on what's called those corkscrew weighted hooks.
Yeah, swim bait hooks.
Swim bait hooks, yeah. Just used it on that. I just threw it under a tree, let it sink, reeled it in a little bit. He hit it right away. Of course, there was another little dinker. I think the bait was probably bigger than he was. But,
that's usually how it goes out there.
Yeah, but he still put up a good fight, and it was a lot of fun. Especially when you're on a kayak, you always, any fish you catch, you think it's going to be a big one because it's sitting there pulling you around. But it's a lot of fun. As you can tell, yes, we do use a lot of Googan baits. We're just Googan bait guys. They just seem to work for us. But we also use other things. Like I said, what I caught my 3-pounder on was.
That does look like a Googan worm. It looks like
the lump log.
Look, it does.
It's just a regular old Cinco that, like I said, I just found it on the ground. I'm on a previous fishing trip, and I decided, well, I'm just gonna hook that up, use it wacky rig style, and it paid off. So, a lot of times, it doesn't matter what type of baits you use, just get out there and fish. Just, I've caught good fish on cheap baits. Then there's baits that I've expensive baits that I haven't even caught nothing on. So they're just sitting in my tackle box.
Like the Whopper Plopper. Like the kayaks did fairly well, on the water out there. It's just they kept, I didn't think they were going to spin us around like that, but I guess with the wind, and somebody commented on a group thing I'm on Facebook that said that it doesn't matter what kayak you have, it loses its stability or something like that with winds over 20 miles an hour. So that does make sense. We had winds sustained at 20 miles an hour, gust up to 40. Now, and with me, that's like bad luck. I know that's a bad luck day for me. So, but I still went and tried it and everything. At least I got one for the day. But oh man, and to make matters worse, I get done because I have to leave early because of my equipment failing and everything. The Mother Nature likes to pull one more thing on me, so I'm trying to pull my kayak out of the river, and I'm on slippery concrete slab there. I didn't get a good stance, and I pulled real hard. Guess what? I fell flat on my back and on my elbow, and y'all probably can't tell, but it's kind of bruised up right there. So
Does it hurt?
Stop. Anyway, I mean, it was more swollen than that yesterday, so. But yeah, and they kept on fishing, and I came home and to lick my wounds and just go like, why, but I got all my, well, we plan on going out of town next weekend, depending on what this whole coronavirus thing.
And the weather.
The weather as well, too.
It's going to be rainy next weekend. That could change. This is Texas, so.
Like they say, if you live in Texas, if you don't like the weather, wait a couple minutes and it'll change. So we don't know where we're going to go yet. We're thinking of heading eastward, but we feel like that's where all the cases of the coronavirus are going to be at, somewhere up eastward, about a couple hours drive from here. And we thought about moving further west. We found a spot out there that we could potentially try, but we may want to wait on that for a little bit, so till it warms up just a little more and go from there. But other than that, we hope y'all enjoyed this video. Yeah, we apologize for not bringing the GoPros with us today, but the weather was just really, really crappy for us yesterday. So, but we'll have them on the next go around and hopefully get some good content for you guys. See, I can't even talk. I'm so messed up from yesterday. So, anything you want to add to that?
Just stay tuned. Like I said, we'll get get out there on those kayaks, get y'all some good content, good fish.
Bird's eye view from our perspective.
And we got, spring just started. We got all summer long, and then a good chunk of fall. So we're going to be doing a lot of fishing.
So y'all stay tuned. Thanks for watching this episode of Red Dirt Bass Bros. We'll see you on the next round.